Hi everybody, welcome back to Level Uploading by Villain Face Facts with the one and only Shay. I hope you guys are having an amazing evening. I am popping in with a really quick little, you dig. I've been trying to do good. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but I've been trying to do good, keeping them under 20 minutes. Because if you know like I know, I could talk. And keep talking and keep talking and keep talking, especially if it's something that I'm passionate about or feel strongly about, or if I go on a tangent like I'm just doing right now. But anyway, I hope you guys have noticed I have been trying to give you guys some more reasonable, manageable content, because I understand that in the world of in this microwave society that we're in, the less is more. Less is definitely more in today's society.
What do you mean by that?
I know y'all don't be liking all them long, drawn out. I be trying. If I got something that I'm passionate about, I'm gonna keep the sauce. But for the most part, I've been trying to keep everything under 20 minutes. So I'm hoping that you guys are liking that, and it's something easier for you to digest. Okay, so I wanted to pop in and I wanted to talk about the fact that in this level up journey, we have to fight the feeling of being entitled. Of course, I've said that in many other episodes before. And so I want to pose this question to you. What are you sacrificing now to gain the things that you're trying to accomplish? And I don't mean that in a Illuminati way. Please don't sacrifice your friends for fame and fortune. Please don't do that, y'all. That is so low. That is so low vibrational. Leave that in 2022. Please. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to make a joke of the Illuminati, because I actually do believe it's a real thing. And that's another story for another time.
Okay.
But what are you sacrificing? Like, you have to think about the fact that to whom much is given, much is required. So what exactly are you giving to circumstances, to the situation? What blood, sweat, and tears are you pouring in to your situation? I'll give you an example for myself. Obedience is very hard. I feel like favor isn't fair. And just like I want the favor, I have to understand that obedience sometimes isn't fair. My assignment might not be fair. I want to reap all the benefits, all these unjust, I don't want to say unjust, but undue, miracle, magnificent benefits. And I could easily say, favor's not fair. Favor's not fair. And I'm cool with that. But then when it's time for me to sacrifice, and it's time for me to look and see everybody else doing something that I can't do because it's not the right thing. It's not the right thing to do, or it's something that I've been told that I can't do, or it's something that God has shown me that I should not be doing. I can't be like, man, that's not fair. Because if favor is not fair, neither is obedience. And so with this, I sacrificed a lot of the things that I, at one point, was very important to me, that were very synonymous with me, which is so funny because I think that's why they had to go. Nothing should be synonymous with me to the point where they're going against what God is telling me to do. That's just how I feel. That's just how it is. Reevaluating yourself and reevaluating your life is sometimes one of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do in this life, but you have to do it, and you also have to sacrifice. So for myself, I'm sacrificing doing some of the things that I like to do, being around some of the people who I used to like, being around situations and environments that were once very much conducive and in alignment with what I was doing in that time. Now they no longer align, and I have to readjust and readapt. I'm sacrificing my time because I'm putting my time that I have, any free time that I have, I'm putting it into my self-care, my mental health. Please put your own mask on first. Please put your own mask on first. Remember that. But any free time that I have, other than my self-care, because being that I don't have children or anything like that, my free time goes into my purpose. I'm sacrificing my time, my energy, my resources, my funds. I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in the things that mean something to me, things that enrich my life in a very real way. And on the flip side of that, what's the word for that? Uninvesting. I feel like every episode, I can't think of a word. But on the flip side of that, I'm reclaiming my time and my money when it comes to things that were not serving me and not serving a purpose and were really just wasteful, poor uses of my resources. Like, money is a tool. I think that we forget that sometimes, and we think of money as this, grand, fabulous thing, but really it's just a tool. And if you're not using it properly, it won't make you anything more, and it won't help you with any other purpose that you're trying to accomplish. If somebody came in and you had a organization and they gave you $30,000, but you were spending it on dumb stuff, then that's not helping the cause. Or if they gave you $30,000 donation and you just left it in your bank account, that's not helping the cause. It's a tool. You have to spend it. You can't take it with you, that's for sure. And so I think people hoard away, for the future. And I was actually I said a quote the other day, and I was saying it to myself. Yes, I talk to myself sometimes, y'all.
Sometimes you need an expert opinion.
But I was saying, we always think about the future, and we don't live there. Like, the future is a dope place. It's a fantasy. It's a mirage. It's a figment of our imaginations. It's possibilities. It's wonderful things there. It's tragic things there. But we can't live our life on the future. The only thing that we have is right now. The moments that just passed, I can never do them over. Now, when I go to edit this video, I can swipe out some stuff if I don't like it, but I can never do those minutes over. And I just think that we have to learn how to be resourceful, learn how to sacrifice, learn how to utilize our actual talents. Like, everything is not just about money and profit. Sometimes impact means more than profit. Sometimes, for myself, recently I have been scouring these YouTube streets for fibroid surgeries. I'm not sure if I ever shared that with you guys, and I will go into more depth with it when I get a little bit more clarity on how I'm moving forward and, what the next steps are and things like that. But I struggle with fibroids. And so I have struggled with it for quite some time, and it's something that I have, kind of tried to manage myself and tried to, I guess, ignore. I don't want to say ignore, but, dismiss in a sense. And I'm scouring the YouTube streets for content about fibroids, and I'm looking for people, every race, color, and kind of woman can experience them. They're very frequent and they're very common. So, like I said, I will be sharing more about that in a future episode. I always wind up telling you guys all my little health business anyway. But I was scouring the YouTube streets for information, and some people had 900,000 views, and some people had 50. But I got something from each one of those experiences that helped me, that gave me some details that I needed, gave me some encouragement, also helped me to feel like I wasn't alone. So, yeah, that person only might have gotten 57 views on that, but the impact is there. That person has touched 57 people with information that they were desperately looking out there for. Some of the information that I got on the video that only had 57 views was more detailed than the information that I got on the one that had 900K. So we have to stop always, quantifying everything based off of funds and money and large amounts of response. Because if I can reach one person, if one person is having a horrible day, or one person is feeling, downtrodden, if one person is feeling hurt or neglected or uninspired, and they see my video and I make them feel better, that's impact, baby. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if it's 4 people. I don't care if it's 400,000 people. That's impact. One person not feeling alone, feeling better about themselves, getting the information that they need, getting some clarity, some tools that they can use in their actual day-to-day life that might help to make them a better person, them not having to experience something because I've already experienced this, so I'm sharing it with you. I can probably stop somebody from making a huge mistake.
Wait a minute.
At the end of the day, I have made a conscious decision that I am not going to base my success off of quantities. I'm going to base it off of impact and the fact that it's always going to be quality over quantity. And as traction picks up and as more people get a hold of my content, I know that at my very least, I am trying my hardest to give quality content, helpful content, positive content, and things that are actually valuable. I'm sacrificing daily to make sure that that is a thing. We have enough negativity. We have enough divisiveness on the internet. We have enough debating on the internet. We have enough hate on the internet. I don't want to contribute to that. Another thing that I also want to say is I don't ever want, just because it's something that I don't do or that I do, that I'm judging you. I'm not judging anybody. That's not my job. And just because you feel triggered doesn't mean that you're targeted. So just because something I say might make you feel triggered as though I am convicting you or judging you, that does not mean I'm targeting you. That does not mean that I'm trying to single you out or that I'm, a terrible person who is just judgmental. I'm just speaking to you from a place of experience, the things that I have experienced, the things that I have been lucky enough to make it out of, the things that I have been lucky enough to see the other side of, the things that I have been blessed enough to live through. I have so many stories that I could tell you guys that would blow your minds about the things that I've gone through. And I might do that one day, but I also don't want to make this a storytime channel. I'm not trying to make this a storytime podcast. I'm not trying to make this a makeup and murder type of thing. Like, that was a little shady. That was kind of targeted. Was that targeted? That is a little bit. Because I don't really like the concept of that, but that's my own personal thing.
I don't
Get
like
your money,
that.
whatever. But I don't like the exploitation of loved ones, other people's loved ones, and the nonchalance of doing makeup while telling the story of someone being slain. I don't like the concept of that, but that's a rant that we can talk about later. Anyway, see, I told y'all the rants be real. I just want you guys to think about what you're sacrificing, what you're willing to give up, what you're willing to put aside for the things that you want. Because if you're not willing to put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, then why would you expect anyone else to invest? Why would anyone else take it seriously? Why would anybody else make it a priority? And that's what I have to tell myself every day as I keep pushing on with my podcast, with my career, with my quest for love, or lack thereof, with my self-care journey and all of the above. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot to get the things that I want. And if I'm not willing to, then I really don't want it. Whatever's for me won't miss me. And that's kind of how I just continue to push on. And I hope that is helpful for you as you go on through your journey. I hope this episode was helpful. Excuse all my rants, y'all. I'm sorry. That's just how I is. I'm going to do that anyway because that's just how I am.
Oh, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to do that anyway because that's how I am.
But anyway, you guys, please, I hope this was a helpful episode for you. Have a good evening, and I will talk to you on my next episode. Bye.